Hi, it's Princess, and today I am going to be starting my first LP on my channel, and I guess it's pretty obvious what I'm going to be doing, but I decided what I wanted to do with my self-sim, and it's going to be the 100 Toddler Challenge. So, I called it the 100 Baby Challenge in my last video, which was me creating my self-sim, but that was before Toddlers got announced, and oh my gosh, I was so excited, I was so pumped up, and I played around with some Toddlers, and I was just like, oh my god, this is too cute not to do an LP of, so that's what I'm going to be using my self-sim for. I'm going to have 100 Toddlers running around, and oh my god, it's going to be so much fun. So anyway, this is the first part of the Let's Play. I'm just making the house. I thought it would be kind of cool to do a speed build because I kind of want to do speed builds as like normal videos, but I wanted to see how this one went. So in total, this little apartment, it took me about 2 hours, or no, 3 hours, including the kitchen, because I did a kitchen on the separate day that I did the rest of the house, but add it all up, it took me 3 hours to do, and then I sped it up to like about 17 minutes, I think, so it's not that bad, but for a really small apartment, it's pretty bad. I mean, I think it looks really, really good, but I think my time management could have been a lot better, but I cannot make up my mind, especially when it comes to building houses, so yeah. This little apartment is in the city, so my 100 Toddler Challenge will be in the city, which will be kind of interesting, especially because this apartment is so small, but for now, it's not a huge deal to me, because I can easily just, move out, which I will do eventually because this is a very small apartment, so, but whatever, we'll work around that for now. I had a limited amount of money, so I kind of had to space that out with what exactly I was buying for the apartment, but I think it turned out pretty good. This house doesn't really have a theme to it. I was just kind of going for like young adult moving into her first apartment. I used a lot of like Tumblr inspiration, just looking off of modern Tumblr houses, I guess you can call them, and yeah, I think it turned out pretty great. I think I could have made the kitchen a little smaller. I kind of made it pretty huge, and then because I wanted to, I don't know, whatever. It all worked out in the end, which is what really matters. My first speed build wasn't that bad, in my opinion. I mean, I like the house. Some people might not like it, but I liked it, and yeah, it's just the only thing that pisses me off is I cannot make up my mind, so I'm always putting things down, taking it out, and then moving it to one place, and then moving it to another place, and that's why it just takes me so long. Usually when I watch speed builds, like, it takes the person 2 hours as well, but they're also building the house from scratch when it's like a plain lot, and they're building up the walls. I'm only doing like interior decorating, and it took me 2 hours, so pretty shameful. But at the same time, I also used a lot of CC. I get kind of ridiculous when it comes to like clutter and putting a whole bunch of like paintings on the wall. I don't know what it is about me, but I don't like seeing walls blank, if I see like a big wall that has a lot of open space, I like putting thousands of like paintings and like plants. I have a really big problem with plants as well. So the color palette for this house was a lot of like blues and like almost kind of greenish. It was very teal, white, and black. So yeah, I'm a very minimalist person, which you will also see in the Abundance of Personalities house when I finish that, which I'm almost done. But the Abundance of Personalities house is a lot darker than this one. This one has a lot lighter walls. Abundance of Personalities, that house, the colors, it's like you're living in a cave. It's very dark, but it's really cool at the same time. So for the 100 Toddler challenge, I decided to change the aspiration and the trait for my self-sim just to make it a little bit easier to have a child, because in my original self-sim, one of my traits was a loner sim, and in my previous household, which had my original self-sim, I was a loner, and I tried to have a baby, but she was so socially awkward, and every single time she would try to meet new guys, something awkward would happen, and then like it was ruined. She had to go home, she had to take a shower, and she didn't want to come out of her house for like another week, and it was just I lived alone, and I found this one guy, stupid Bob Pancakes, and he was accepting of me, but you know, we didn't even end up being boyfriend and girlfriend. We just woohooed a lot, and it was quite the sad life that my self-sim was living, so I had to change the traits of this current self-sim. So anyway, the aspiration of my self-sim now is being a big happy family. So that just makes it a little bit easier for me to want to go out and have a whole bunch of children. And my 3 traits are family oriented, because, you know, obvious reasons. I want a big family. Romantic, so I can easily meet guys and be very easy and want to pop out them babies. And finally, I didn't really know what to put as the last one, so I put a foodie, because as a mother, I want to be able to cook very nutritious meals for my children. I don't want them to die, so yeah, I want to kind of level up my my cooking skills, so my children are very well fed. I'm such a great mother already. So as I'm putting down the dining table, I put down 6 chairs originally, but then I took out 2 of them, so now there's only like 4 chairs around the dining table, just because I already had 3 chairs behind the dining table at the kitchen counter bar thing, whatever you want to call it, and I knew I wouldn't have that many people in my apartment at the time, so I was just like, okay, there does not need to be this many chairs. And eventually I will swap out some of those chairs for high chairs anyway. I was thinking of putting them in, but I was like, nah, you know what, let me just leave the high chair for later. And yeah, that was the common area. Now, the bathroom was the most frustrating part of this whole build. It's so small, and I wasn't even thinking of this when I began. I wish I did the bathroom first so I can like change the shape of it a little bit. But because the kitchen was right there, I couldn't do anything, and I had to just work with the little space that I was dealing with. And it wasn't even like it was hard for me to fit things in there because all the essentials fit in there. I was originally just gonna have like a bathtub because I wanna like be able to splash around with my toddler, obviously. But like, yeah, I fit a bathtub and a shower and a sink and a toilet in there just fine. But it was just like trying to get all the paintings on the wall after when I put all the walls up. It was so frustrating for me to see putting like the toilet paper down. I wanted to put some like bathroom clutter in there, but I couldn't because it was just such a small space and I couldn't see what I was building. So I was just like, you know what, just screw this, I'm gonna put a flower on the wall and then I'll put like a clutter of paintings on the other side. I would have put like a shelf with like a whole bunch of like cleaning products and stuff on it, but like I couldn't because I couldn't see what was going on in there, and it was so frustrating. So I was like, you know what, I'm done with the bathroom. I'm done. I'm over it. When I was making a nursery, I was contemplating on whether I should fully decorate it or put in some cradles and just call it a day. And I just decided that I'm gonna wait until I have my first baby. Because, you know, I don't know whether it's going to be a girl or a boy. I don't know what exactly they're going to like. So I just left it. And I moved on to my room pretty quickly. So, of course, I think my room is the best room in the house. But, you know, of course, it's my room. So it's like a given. This isn't actually based off of my room. But it would be pretty cool if it was my actual room. The poster that I put above my bed, it's a girl like in the sweater and jeans, and the sweater says, "Baby, we don't need no Wi-Fi because I already feel the connection." And I thought that was just fitting there right above my bed because I'm obviously gonna be quite the hoe, or my sim is gonna be a hoe, because my sim wants babies. So, you know, she wants to feel that connection for a little bit until, you know, she pops up a baby and then on to the next man, right? So yeah, I thought that was just a good place for that poster. Again, just looking back on this and just thinking about how much time I actually spent on finding the proper clutter to put on my dresser, but I'm not even gonna use any of this. Like, I can't click any of it, so there's no point, but like at the same time I want it to look good. I love clutter so much. So with that, the house is complete and I'm very happy with the way it turned out. Just looking back on the screenshots, I'm like, wow, I actually did a pretty good job for my first speed build. Or this is like the third house that I've actually like built in The Sims, and I think it looks really cool. It's very modern, very young adult. It's like, it's perf. That's what it is. It's perf. And I cannot wait to start this new LP with all my little toddlers running around. I downloaded a whole bunch of CC for them, so they're gonna be in a whole bunch of cute onesies, and I'm very 100% sure that my self sim is like excited and she's like shaking because she wants to get pregnant so bad and she wants to pop out 100 babies. Like, look at that face, look at her, she is so excited. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.